If I was to say Dark Souls with, well, guns, would you be interested? Crack open a cold one with the boys or play alone.
Yes, we did it!
Remnant 2, the follow-up to the Gearbox first success, Remnant from the Ashes. A game with a lot of content. Not bad. Dive in as a Giga Chad or become a tree. Well, hello, my name's Jackable and I'll be diving into Remnant 2. A new game. A new character creation. And today I bring you Michael Dirtynick, a wandering traveller who didn't quite make it into The Last of Us. Suddenly diving into the world we knew was in a Souls-like game. That looks cool.
The dodge rolls will be
That
real.
is a nice barrel roll. Well, poor Michael Dirtynick had a slight issue. His little marbles didn't drop, so he sounded a little bit like a pre-pubescent teen. And then I made my character into a really old man. I still got not bad shooting.
I had some practice.
My guy goes, yeah! After dying to the tutorial boss faster than Dirtynick's foreplay, I knew I was ready. How do I look?
Pretty sick. Show you my flail.
Guns. Oh wow, how'd you do that? The only downside with this character, look, you roll and I'll roll. This is my roll. Joining the world of my fellow companion Steve Nicks Dirty, a barista from Mississippi, we set off to take on what this world has to offer. Ready? Fuck! Oh, George, I'm down.
Oh, I forgot there's stamina in this.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Press A.
Go see.
Oh my god, this is going to be tough. You've got to kill that first, because that's going to be a
Couldn't have listened to you.
How could this happen to me? Steve Nicks Dirty, why? Michael and Steve crank it up to 11, doing big damage, destroying everything in their path. Unstoppable the foes were. Never before has a squad been so feared and so loved. Michael, clearly having something to prove with his huge, ginormous sword, headed to the first boss. Lack of monsters in Mississippi, Steve also didn't know what to expect. Rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Dirtynick is on his way. He dies, everything dies.
I'm down. Yes, we did it!
Oh my god. Pause the video, stop right there. Yes, you. Without any spoilers, this is how the game works. The aim of the game is to get rid of those naughty boys that are infesting each world. When starting a campaign, you'll find that you can be in one of 4 completely different generated biomes. And in these worlds, you'll find new fascinating doors that lead to more biomes, or even dungeons to give you new loots that lead you to another biome. Did I mention that they have biomes? So what this means is if Michael and Steve Nick Dirty changes campaigns, each realm you need to complete to carry on the campaign, but you can start in a different area, or so we say, biome. Back to the video. Steve and Michael are confident in their new abilities. After killing that first boss, they have a new sense of courage and new gear. With every mountain climbed, there's always another greater mountain in the distance. Steve couldn't take the failure any longer and left me to be a lone wanderer.
No! Fuck!
Yes, it's me, Michael. All alone. Not a care in the world. Huh? Who's that? Hello, Michael. It's Steve. Unfortunately, something came up at work which put me in a bit of a predicament where I have to choose making coffees over slaying and conquering the world. I'm sorry I had to do this to you, Michael. Who needed Steve anyway? Michael was a lone wanderer, and in doing so he needed to start changing his class. So we hop into adventure mode, where we can pick a select biome, and in doing so, we grind for the summoner spec. What this does is once you get to a certain level in the campaign, you are able to multi-spec your class, meaning you could be a tank plus a healer, or a summoner plus a hunter, which is what we're going for. So we start off in this area, we have to grind something called Dark Moon Shards. How do we get Dark Moon Shards, you ask? I'm glad you did, because it took 4 hours. Yes, so what you need to do is go onto the biome in a select generated world. In doing so, you'll have a full moon. Once the full moon is there, you'll notice little purple flying things. Shoot the fuckers, and then you have 1 moon shard. After you've got about 35, equip this bad boy, and now you are a tree. This is it. Notice now I have 3 bulk walks. What 3 bulk walks does is gives me 15% damage reduction, 5% damage reduction for each person. So, with my new friend, Michael takes on the new campaign mode. In doing so, starting a new campaign, we spawn in this old Victorian world that seems to be run down by creepy crawlies. Ho 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 ho. My dog helped. We spent the next 3 hours diving through a sewer, hoping to get some old apocalyptic gear, noticing that this sewer was patched. So, a waste of Michael's time, but no need to worry because we were ready to fight the next boss. Build. Look at this build. A big boy gun, 3 little helpers, 4 sexy rings that boost the little helpers, does a lot of damage. Michael is a very happy boy. Michael, do you know what I mean? This boss is so easy. And this is when we jump into the terms for the difficulty. Being an unstoppable force on the veteran difficulty, we just started breezing through every single thing in the biome. Not a care in the world. Michael was just running straight forth, going bap, 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 so, then once you have completed all 4 sections, you are on to the main and final zone. Due to spoilers, you think I was going to show you. No. But put it into perspective. Well, yep, what the fuck? Ah, this is a pew 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 dodge shot. And that is a good demonstration of what happens in the last fight. In doing so, let's talk about the final boss. The end boss is not what I expected. On level 14 and smacking, doing some damage. And we can go into it and I'll show you, but I'm not happy with the way they've delivered this final boss. The boss is cool, but it's just a load of shit in your face. Well, hello, it's me after the boss fight, and as you can see, we are alive. We completely destroyed Remnant 2, and in doing so, Michael Dirty Nick is rewarded. So now let's go into the fight and break it down, but we have completed our beautiful game of Remnant 2, so now here is my thoughts on the game. So as you can see, it is a massive clusterfuck, and there is a relative pattern, but in doing so, it's not rewarding. It is the case of just dodge, 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 shoot, and hope for the best, and then wait until the next opportunity. But when it comes to the final boss, you want something rewarding. You want something to be satisfied that you are using all the skills that you've learned throughout the game and then punishing the final boss. In doing so, the boss goes down, you're like, yes, we've done it, Michael, we have conquered the final boss and cleaned these lands. In my journey of Remnant 2, I played 4 classes, leveling 3 of them up to level 10, gaining the Invoker class. I had 4 different types of guns, using the shotgun and then ending the game with the official assault rifle grinded up to level 14 and grinded a heck of a lot of moon shards. And what's my thoughts on the game? The game is rewarding, it's satisfying to play, and the mechanics of what you see in a traditional Souls-like are there. But would I say it's a Souls game? No. When I explain a Souls game, you need to complete a challenge, and in doing so, your taxing efforts have paid off, giving you a certain item. Remnant has the option of both. Would you like it to be a loot and shooter, going around the biome, speed running, killing everything in your path? Or would you like to take it the slow approach where you have to understand the boss mechanics to not die? You can do both. Where this game really shines is the co-op. Obviously, we had Steve, Nick's Dirty, who was one of our companions on this journey. Playing co-op was a breath of fresh air, with the campaign changing for each single playthrough and scaling difficulties depending on levels. Alone or with a friend, you'll find yourself with a slight challenge. Nothing too difficult, but enough to keep you on your toes. And when you do have your posse of 3 players diving in, slapping everything about, you'll find yourself that there's more ads, there is more health bars, and they do more damage depending on who's in your party. I don't want a player to jump into my world to find out that we can now one-tap the boss because my friend is overgeared, because then that ruins the experience for both of us. Remnant was a great game. I really enjoyed myself. I dived into the world, I started grinding for stupid cosmetics, and I respect my class, ready for the end game. The boss at the end, mind you, a little lackluster, but that's not enough to sway myself from playing this game again. Would I recommend it? Highly recommend. And if it's a game, like myself, where you are stuck wanting to just sink some time into a game where you can customize a character, maybe do it with a group of friends, and just hop in and out doing certain dungeons and clearing stuff, try Remnant. Hope you've enjoyed. My name's Jack, and I'll see you in the next